Hey guys, in this tutorial I'm going to show you how I made this dress. So I used this really pretty embroidered fabric, and since it's sheer, I'm gonna have to use a lining for it. So first you're going to need a bodice pattern, and I made mine by using a dress form, but if you don't have one, you can just trace a top that you already have. So I'm gonna cut both pieces on fold, and I'm also gonna do the same on the lining fabric. So I made marks where the darts end, and then I'm going to use fabric chalk to make the lines where I'm going to sew the darts. So on the lining fabric, I just folded the raw edges inside and sewed it to give it a cleaner look. Now I'm just facing the right sides together and sewing the shoulders and the side seams. I'm doing this for both the lining and the tulle piece. I thought the neckline looked a bit plain, so I'm just sewing in one of the embroidered pieces on it. Now face the right sides of the two pieces together and sew along the neckline. Then do an edge stitch along the neckline of the lining fabric. Now I'm making a circle skirt for the bottom portion of the dress lining. And I'm gonna sew the top lining to the bottom lining. This is my cat Yugi. He's trying to help me, but his help is not needed. So for the skirt portion of the dress, I joined two rectangles and I sewed a long stitch all around the top. Then I pulled one of the threads which gathered the skirt, and I will sew this to the bodice. Now I'm going to sew these two seam allowances together to keep them in place. Now I'm just making a sleeve for the dress by placing the dress on top of another fabric. I made marks on where I'm supposed to sew the fabric, and then I added the seam allowance. First, you sew the side seam of the sleeve and then you bring it right sides out. Then, with the bodice on the wrong side, place the sleeve inside of the armhole and sew it all around. Now I'm just going to sew the zipper to my dress. I first like to baste it on and then use a machine to sew it. And we're done. Thanks for watching.